Hi.
Let me find out.
I left a message, but what I want to get straight is this morning I called to have one to look at one, which is a 2-bedroom mid-level.
Okay.
Then I was told that it was just rented today. Yet I was also told that one can be rented for 5 days. So either an application was in on that 4.5 days ago, or
Okay. Well, it looks like you talked to our level 1 associates, so that's actually not our.
that was her,
That's okay. All right.
Nicole.
Okay.
She indicated there was a 2-bedroom mid-level available for showing. And she
Yeah.
also indicated to me that you can't see one within 5 days due to the application process. Two things cannot be true simultaneously.
It depends on what apartment you're looking at.
She indicated on her list, as you have there, that it was a 2-bedroom mid-level that was available for showing.
Yep.
Is
and
one
we rented
available?
that today.
How is that possible you rented it today if it takes 5 days? In other words, you can't indicate availability on an apartment if all of a sudden it goes in a half hour. I literally called this morning.
Okay. When we rented
Either
the
it wasn't
apartment-
available or it was.
When it was available, the apartment is now rented. We don't show the apartment after we rent it because that person has seen it. So if we bring people in after, we could track in mud and other things. We don't re-clean it after that. So they actually rented that apartment so that no one else can use it.
How could it possibly have been rented? I mean, we're
We
just...
rented 3 apartments today.
Yes, but you're saying makes no sense. Either someone had seen it, in which case there was a deposit on it, there was an application in on it, in which case it was either unavailable or available as of 11 o'clock this morning. Was it available at 11 o'clock this morning?
It was.
And, but
It's now 4 o'clock.
right, but it wasn't, but, so somebody came in, saw it, and sped up 5 days?
No, you're not understanding.
Evidently.
Okay. When they rent an apartment,
Let's
let me explain.
Well, let's
When-
deal with things one thing at a time.
Okay.
There's an apartment viewing, a showing. When was that apartment shown to the prospective tenant?
Sometime today.
No, when was the apartment shown?
Today.
It was shown today.
Yes.
It hasn't been taken yet because the application hasn't been approved, correct?
We're actually with our applications, what happens is they come back actually within 30 minutes. The pre-approval does, the credit portion comes back, and it takes 5 days for a criminal to come back. So they have already put the money down for that apartment. They have already rented that apartment and liked that apartment. We do not show it after that because then we do not have to re-clean or anything before they move in.
Understand, but it was not made aware to me that there was anything down on the apartment, that there was anybody in there. What number was that, by the way?
What do you mean?
What apartment was that I was supposed to see today?
The one that we were showing today was 324.
Okay, do you mind if I?
Sure.
Thank you. So 324 was the one that was allegedly available at 11 o'clock this morning, and somebody put in an application immediately, evidently. I assume you need a deposit with an application.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody put a deposit on 324 today after seeing it today. Credit check came back, I assume satisfactory. And then now they're waiting 4 days until they actually essentially close on the apartment, until they sign the lease.
Yes.
Okay, and that was 324.
Yep.
And that's the only one you had available that was a 2-bedroom mid-level.
Right now. Yes.
Okay, what else do you have available?
To show today,
Yes.
we only have our model, which is actually on the first floor.
Okay, so the model's on the first floor, but you have no apartments available to actually show today,
Nope.
despite the fact that your website shows several available.
You can rent those, yes.
Define rent.
You can put money down today and rent those apartments, and we can show them as soon as they're ready.
Why would someone put money down in an apartment before seeing the apartment?
It happens all the time. We pre-lease constantly. That's why our business is here. That's why we have 3 people in the office at all times renting apartments.
That makes no sense.
I'm sorry that it makes no sense to you, but I'm telling you,
Who
I've done this
who
for
would put money
my...
down in an apartment without seeing? Maybe that's why your rents are so low. That's the only thing I can because around the
Clearly
area.
You're unhappy. This is Morgan Properties.
Yes,
We've
and
been
I will.
around
Yes.
for a really long
Well,
time.
what you're saying just doesn't make sense. I mean, your rents are 30% lower than all the surrounding communities. Is this why?
Okay, clearly you're upset. Since you don't understand, I've explained it
This
to
is
you.
this is not standard procedure in the leasing
It
business.
is very standard procedure.
Okay, well, I have